Alright, let's go get our second Spectre here. Make sure we're recording. Yeah, all good. So, over in Ashen Fields... Oh, X7. Yeah. We can get what we need. So, make sure you clear the mobs around this waypoint before you start, though.
I need more mana. Life is short.
Okay. So anything coming in? I think that's good. Alright, we want to equip our Desecrate. You can leave it in there, of course. You don't really want to level it, but you can. Doesn't make much difference one way or the other. Want to our Spectre in a skill slot and our Desecrate. Desecrate. Now this is going to take a little while. It usually does. And we're looking for a host chieftain. Okay, we have a Carnage. Gives us frenzy charges. What we want to do is get a host chieftain so that we can generate power charges also, which will improve our critical strike chance, I believe. Frenzy charges, I think, are attack and cast speed. Oh, I saw one. Host chieftain right there. Alright, well that was actually pretty painless. Sometimes takes longer than that. So now I have two Spectres, one host and one Carnage chieftain. So I'm all set with that. Just see what items we got here since we're just standing around. Okay, wow, that is good life. Energy shield's the right base for us. That's a real upgrade. Excellent. Well, don't need those anymore. I don't know why we have these. This is a chromatic orb, I believe. Yeah, so we're gonna keep that. This is spell damage. Oh, grants level 1 convocation skill. It's built into the item. That's interesting. I don't know if we'll use it, but in any case, very interesting item. I don't think I've seen that before. Always new stuff in this game. Alright, let's get back to it. We just completed the boss in Solaris Temple. We're gonna head back to Solaris Concourse. We're gonna go across a bridge and then to the other section of this act. And you can see now I have two charge types up here, Frenzy and Power. And not only that, but if you can see in my minions, they're also getting charges as well. So these Spectres are powering up me and the other minions. If I could just find Val Orb and get my Val Son of Skeletons, then you can see some real craziness. Pretty much only helpful with the bosses, but you can use them anywhere. It just summons tons of skeletons that help you out. Okay, got some item there, might be good. Okay, we've got two sides to this bridge. We got the sun side and we got the moon side. Oop, circles. Watch out for that. Circles never good. So on the sun side, it's mainly doing fire damage. On the cold side, we're doing mostly cold damage. Ooh, night. And the bosses there, you have twin bosses, which we'll get to check out here in a minute. We're gonna hit the waypoint here. We're gonna do a side area. And then we'll start making some forward progress again. In this next zone is one of the Trials of Ascendancy, so we're going to make sure that we do that. Alright, here's our exits, but we want to find Trial of Ascendancy. There's also a quest in here. Ooh, Val side area. I'm definitely doing that. These Val side areas randomly occur, so we never know when you're going to get one exactly. Some zones you can run over and over again and have a pretty good chance of spawning a Val side area. I never bother with that, honestly, but if you're really obsessed about getting some Val gem, I guess it would be worth it. Strongbox in the Val side area. That's pretty interesting. And this is a Arcanist, which is excellent. It contains currency. So if you found a white one of this, you'd probably want to roll it because your chances of increasing the reward you get from it would be better. Make sure we got all of our minions. Yeah. Okay. Oh, circle. And drain my mana like instantly. Get out of that circle. Alright, well, it's not a great result, but it's okay. Let's see, what's this? Evasion, okay. So let's keep going. Let's find our trial and our quest, possibly our waypoint. Alright, we got our quest area here. Ooh, Amethyst rings, good. It's got chaos resistance built in. Hard to get chaos resistance usually, so that's always good. No, this is not our quest yet. Okay, I missed everything. Wait a minute. Where is the rest of the zone? I am confused about where I am, apparently. This is the exit, is it not? Oh, I wasn't even in the right zone. It wasn't the Val side area. Oh my gosh. That's embarrassing. I forgot what I was doing. Let's get to where the boss was again. I'm thinking, why is there a big room with nothing in it? Interesting. Vow Absolution. This is outstanding. Okay. We could definitely use that. We're going to want to level it up before we can really use it, though. So this is the Vow version of Absolution, which we use our main skill. That gives us basically a stronger version of it, though, periodically when we've collected enough souls. So it's definitely worth using, but after we level it up a bit, because we're level 15 on Absolution, plus 1 from the wand, and this is just level 1 with the plus 2. It'll level up fairly quickly. But we have a 5 link here, which is really useless for us. It's corrupted, so it can't be modified. It's got a pretty good life roll on it. It's got some strength, which is nice. It's high armor. That's quite a high level of armor for an item out of the campaign. And it's 5 links, but those are not colors that we can use, so that's cool, but actually kind of useless. Flasks with quality can be worth picking up. You can trade them for glass blower baubles later on. I never bother with it, though. It's just a little too much trouble. I think probably most people would, though. Okay, that's useless. That is useless. Alright, so you can see it's got the chaos resistance on it, which is excellent. The rest of the mods are of no use to us. Here's something that we could re-roll with a Chaos Orb, or we could scour and elk it and try to get something better on it. Probably not worth it, but I'll hold on to it for a minute before I throw it away later. Okay, that's worth a Chromatic Orb, I believe. So our new, we're going to be our new gloves with that great life roll on them. Did I save this for some reason? Oh yeah, the complication skill on it's kind of cool. Alright, let's get out of this Val side area.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Alright, so you can see the area that's got the Trial of Ascendancy. Got a level. Alright, fire traps here. Pretty much just ignore it until it starts getting hot. And then we want to get on to... Yeah, don't do that. Alright. So, of course I did that on purpose to show you just not what to do. Alright, let's try to stay alive. Okay. Alright, let's be smart. Alright, let the fire die down. What did I miss here? Nothing. Here's the back. Okay. We're still looking for a quest in here. We got an abyss, so let's do this quick. Abyss. Keep an eye on your mini-map to see where that abyss goes. You really want to follow it. Don't have to kill everything. Sometimes you get some very tough monsters here. Where did my abyss go? Alright, we got a spire here, so it means we got a pretty good chance of getting some good items. Yeah, nice. keeps piling up. Just try to stay alive. Alright. Okay, got another 5 link here. Unfortunately, again, useless links to us. It's not corrupted. It is corrupted. Okay, useless. We've got some boots. We've got a Stygian Vice. Searching Eye Jewel. We're really looking for a ghastly Eye Jewel, so that's no help.
Too much clutter.
Let's see what we got. Alright. Got sockets. Got a energy shield base, that's nice, but it got no movement speed. 104 life, that's nice, but useless. Okay, so what's cool about these belts is they have an abyssal socket. Now I'll pick up my abyssal jewel here. It won't be anything helpful for us, probably. It's got some flat life, and that's about all for us. You can socket it into the belt though, and then you can get the benefit of both items. So, Stygian Vice, really cool. In this case, this one's pretty bad. We could try to roll it and get something different. If we had an abyssal jewel that was worth using, we could do that, but yeah, we don't. So, we're just gonna hold on to it because it's potentially useful. It's not presently useful. Alright, what else do we have here? Some boots. 25% movement, and then that's it, so we're already better off. So we'll just throw those away. Okay. Kinda cool. I like Abyss. Here's our quest. We got a guy who's gonna charge back and forth. Pretty much you can just wait for him to come to you. Yeah, pretty much crushed him. So we want our zone exit, which I think we passed already. Didn't find the waypoint, but that's okay. We don't really need it. Alright, we've got more porcupines in here. You kill them, they shoot their quills out, and it can be quite a devastating attack, so use caution. Sometimes you just can't avoid getting caught.
Too much clutter.
A lot of stuff. We got a skill point we could spend too, so gems to level. Alright, Golem's still alive, Spectre's still alive. Building frenzy and power charges. Character's pretty solid. We could just get our Val summon skeletons and find a socket to put it in. Pretty much, we've won the game. Shrine up here. Movement speed shrine, that's nice. Actually, action speed. I think it improves your cast speed as well as your movement speed, so it's probably one of the best shrines. Maybe it is the best shrine, I'm not sure. Divination card, random currency. Alright, we're going back to town because we got so many items here. I think we got some skill points we could be collecting as well.
You found them.
Get a ring, get a jewel,
What's up?
sell our junk. Alright, let's see if that's anything. Maximum life, that is good. Maximum mana is and reduced effect to shock. We're ailment immune, so that 5% life is actually okay. Might be worth using. You have to spend 2 points in the skill tree to get it, so... Alright, no life on that. It's useless. I don't know why I'm saving this. I guess it could save us a socket. We put an automation in there. We wouldn't have to have our convocation gem. But the rest of the stats... There's no life on it, so I'm not gonna use it. 5% life. It's not worth 2 skill points. Okay. We have our good gloves. We have our... Could re-roll this belt and try to get
Stay
something
out
better.
of the shadows. They bite.
I'm just gonna hold the gloves. Alright, let's go back and fight a boss. A nasty boss, too. Got phases. Gonna fight it a little bit, and then he's gonna go away, and he's gonna bring out his friends. You have these balls that track you, and then you've got those frost bolts that fire out of the towers periodically. There's a lot to dodge, a lot to move. The best bet is just to do as much damage as fast as you can. And keep moving. You don't want to run those pools either. Everything's bad. Avoid everything. I guess we just do so much damage with this character, it doesn't make that much of a difference. Alright. Or life. Alright, we can get skill point back in town, so we're gonna go do that. I don't think we got our skill point here either.
My career. Goodbye.
Good luck to you.
Skill points everywhere. I think she's got one for me too. Yeah. Alright. Do we need anything here in this mastery? Effective offerings. I'm barely using my offering, so I don't know how that helps. We're gonna start working our way down to Grave Pact. We're gonna get some life regen here, stats, and then damage and accuracy. Pretty good nodes there. Yeah, we could be taking some of these masteries, but we're doing so well, it just doesn't really feel necessary right now. Alright, back to Lunaris Concourse. Ambushed. Circles, watch out for circles.
When I'm ready, I'm not before.
Circles, always dangerous. Alright, so here is this boss. He's not as tough. He brings these beams down, which can be a little dangerous, but we just nuked him, so... Sulfur Blast. The ground effect we don't really use, though. Circles. Alright. far as life rolls and gear, these days they go up to around 100. Body armor could go quite a bit higher, I believe, but probably maybe not in the campaign. So generally we're looking for 50 or more. 100 is pretty great. Some of these areas look familiar. They are when this game was developed. Usually, it originally had only 3 acts, I think. And then after you completed the 3, you'd start over again, play the exact same acts again, but at a harder difficulty. I think you could even do it 3 times. I don't know. A little hard for me to remember. But eventually they kept developing the game, adding zones, adding acts, and now we have 10 acts. The first 5 and then the second 5. The second 5 are similar, but they're reworked. Different art, different monsters, different different quests. So even though it's similar, it's not the same. So recycling the zones sounds kind of lame, but it's actually, I have to give them credit. They really did a great job with it. It feels good.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Alright, same as first time through the zone. If we're going up, we're going the right way. If we're going down, we're going the wrong way. So look for those stairs going up. And if you find some stairs going down, you went the wrong way. Alright. Minions are pretty much crushing everything these days. I mean, that does not seem like a lack of damage. And because minions are so defensive, even when I run just straight into a pack of mobs, Whoop, did I just go downstairs? No, I went upstairs. Pretty darn safe. Play a skill where you always have to stand still in order to do damage. Things get a lot more difficult because standing still is deadly. And if you're melee, yeah. I mean, the melee skills that are good are the ones that have range, so it's kind of weird. I always go for a minion build or a spell build. Auto bomber, characters like that are interesting to me. I'm barely given melee a chance and can't say that I am crazy about it. They really tried to improve it. Got things like the retaliation skills now. Tried to build around that, but it's quite strange. Alright, so here we're basically just looking for the gates like we found in the original zone. There's going to be a couple sets of gates to go through. The layout of the zone's always a mystery to me. There might be some logic to it, but I don't know what it is. I've only gone through here a couple hundred times, so I'm sure it's me. Oh, what do we got there? Onyx Amulet. Alright, it's got a all attribute base, so it's a pretty good thing to start with. For a build like this, this needs to get some stats somewhere. We need dexterity and strength. And you can get a unique version of an Onyx Amulet, Astromentus, which has a huge amount of every stat. Basically fixes any stat problem on any build. It's extremely rare, unfortunately. Alright, so 10 movement speed is useless. 88 life, not bad. Cold resistance, what do our rings look like here? 28 life, a little bit of cold. This ring's pretty much terrible. Strength and dex, which I don't think we need. There's 26 life on this ring. It's pretty much terrible. We can swap this one out for sure. Onyx. So here, we want to turn it into rare. Let's see. Amulet gets increased maximum energy shield, which is okay. I don't have anything else to use this on right now, so why not? Let's give it a try. Alright, well, I did not win that gamble. Alright, 100 life, 30 movement speed. Yeah, but we lose our red socket. And this is an evasion base, and we don't have enough dexterity to equip it. So they're pretty great, but we can't use them. Alright, this is useless. This is useless, okay. Why did I pick this up? I don't know. Alright, so we got some good gloves here, which we could use. We'd have some extra dexterity. It might put us over the top of these boots, I don't know. But we need to have our sockets. Here, we've got a pretty good base here. So let's go ahead and put some quality on it. I'm gonna scour it. No, I can't scour it. You're gonna see its energy shield's gonna go up. Okay, maximum of 20. Yeah, got decent energy shield on it now. Very good life roll. We got dexterity, which we need. So let's get our sockets. Perfect, 4 sockets. We need 1 red, 3 blues. I always go slow. Sometimes when you go fast, you end up rolling over the thing that you really wanted, and then you are sad. Link it. Come on. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm out of fusings. And I am stuck unless one of these is a standalone. Automation, convocation, minion life, stone golem. So stone golem can probably live without minion life, so even though we don't have the right links, we're still going to use it. I'm going to hold on to these gloves just in case we want to go back for a moment. And look, we have enough dexterity for these excellent boots. We're going to try to add some sockets and see if we get lucky getting a red. It's less likely because they're an evasion base, they're going to tend to get green sockets. But you can always get off color if you work at it enough. You can also do this on the crafting bench, but hey, look at that. Okay. Save our movement speed boots. Alright. Nice. Got some points to spend. Got some regen here. Armor, energy shield, stats. Everything good. Okay, we have our 2 quest items. We're going to go back to Solaris Concourse. We're going to go across the bridge. Got to resummon our stone golem since we moved him. Still have 2 specters. They stayed alive. Okay. I'm wondering if we even need that minion life.
When I'm ready and not before.
Alright. I mean, it's just obliterating everything. So with the Spectres, I use 1 Carnage, 1 Host Chieftain, so I can get Frenzy and Power Charges. You can always go with 2 of 1 type, which will ramp up those charges of that particular type faster, and you're more likely to be at full charges more often. So just compromise. I'm not actually sure which way is better. I just like the way it looks with the 2 different types. Alright, so you got Solaris and Lunaris fighting each other here. They're going to switch back and forth. You've got some ground degens that you have to worry about here. You don't want to be standing in front of these bosses. They both have some pretty nasty frontal attacks. Stay out of that degen. Stay out of that beam. Alright, one's down. Alright. Easy.
Lunaris. Eclipse called Pride.
Our gear is pretty good at this point. Probably start looking at getting a better body armor. Useless. We haven't built any defensive layers, which is okay for the campaign. Okay-ish, I guess, you might want to say. Our minions are basically our defensive layer. For the endgame, though, you're going to generally want to build something, and for minion builds, that something is probably going to be block. You're down in that block area already. Could possibly get spell suppression if you went off to the right side of the tree, or you had items. Makes gearing pretty difficult. I think evasion would be very difficult to use because not really going on enough on that right side of the tree for that. Go Chaos Inoculation, which is pretty interesting. Makes you immune to chaos damage, but your life is only 1. So you have to build for that type. You just basically rely on energy shield. But you're going to need some specific items for that, and solo self-found, that's probably not realistic. Maybe it is, I don't know. Div card, something like that. In Trade League, of course, you just buy items that you need. Divine Life flasks here are the highest level flasks that we're going to be using, so once we've got those in our character, we can actually add quality and roll them so they have the affixes that we want to use. Ooh, circles. These spiders, don't forget, they blow up corpses. They're very nasty. It's evasion, yeah. So make sure you kill them quickly or just stay away from them. I'm very excited about blowing you up. Alright. So it's Blood Aqueduct. It's a really famous zone for leveling. You'll see people using this zone all the time to level or to test characters. It's extremely linear. It's very predictable, so you know, you don't have to really think about what you're doing other than run your character through it. Okay, we're done with the act. Let's make sure we didn't have any quests that we failed to turn in. I think we did everything we needed to do. So we're here in Act 9. We're going to pause there and resume in the next video.